shouts out to Coach Rashard. Coach Rashard can attest to this. Like, I've never just flat out told a kid, like, bro, don't even come back. I could never do that. I would never do that. My thing is this: if you can be around me in a non-football capacity, because that's what we got to work on. That's the root of the problem right there. Like, why are you such a dick? Why? This got to be something. Who you mad at?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Is somebody we need to go get and sit down and talk about? Like, what is really going on here? That's my approach to it. Like, I want to get to the root of the problem. I realize that you can't save everybody. You know what I'm saying? And with some kids, you can't. Like last year, we had a kid that was just like, he had a lot going on. He played literally 7 snaps for me all year in 2 games. And, he had a lot going on. Like the parents, the big brother was arrested. Like, it's nothing we can do about that 4 walls of your home. But like clearly you need the camaraderie right now. You're here for that. And I tell people, like, you can be around the team. I got to give another shout out to Coach Wayne, man, because listen, there have been guys that are managers for the Kenwood football team that wanted to be players, they just not cut out for it. You know what I mean? And whatever his conversation was with those young men, they're around as trainers. When you see them, they still feel a part of the team. You didn't make anybody feel less than. That's a part of coaching. You know what I mean? Now they don't have bad attitudes. It's like you're just not good at football or whatever that situation is. I don't want to put tag it with anything, but I'm just saying in general, these players that I know had the desire to play, but it just the cards weren't in it for them to actually play, but yet they are still a part of the Kenwood Bluebird team. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that as a coach, you know what I mean? Because as I do kind of look at it like parenting, when you have to tell your child uncomfortable truth, it may be some waterworks, they might start crying, or they might be mad at you because you the messenger, but they gotta hear the truth. Because one thing about me, I'm not gonna entrust what actually needs and has to be said to a player. I'm not gonna entrust it to anybody else. I'm not gonna delegate that job. If you call yourself I hate coaches that resist the urge to coach, and that does come with coaching, like when you have to give a hard critique, or if, in their case, the umpire. Because like, young kids now, their biggest thing is, "Oh, he hating." No, I'm not hating. You're just really bad at football. I'm not hating. Like when we put on the film and like, "Oh no, it wasn't me." Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You were number 8, right? You were number 8 because we only got one on the team. That's not you. So sometimes you have to break it down to them, and it gets to the point where like the delivery of it will come off a little trashy or a little messed up. But I personally don't worry about those things in time because I'm not there to coddle their feelings. I'm always to give them a dose of reality, but I'm gonna like tell them how they can get better. I'm willing to show you how to improve. We can work in conjunction to say, hey, look, this is what you're bad at now, but I guarantee you by week 3 we had this fixed it. We just keep repping it. You know what I'm saying? Some kids don't stick around long enough to take that. Some adults